What up, everyone? This is Mr. Lord, Dr. Professor, Dark Joker, here with another edition of Traditional Fans with Opinions, where I'll give my reviews for whoever I watched, read, or played today. And who are Traditional Fans with Opinions? That is myself, and that is you, the viewers. With all that being said, on with the reviews. Beginning after the end, episode 4. So in this one, Arthur, while searching for his parents, sees some slavers transporting a young elf girl who looks about the same age as him. He he kills the slavers. One of them it happens to be a mage, and that's like the only like difficult fight Arthur has amongst those three slavers. And then the elf girl reminds him of someone he knew in his past life. So Arthur, you know, helps guide the girl back to Eleanor because like since she's too young to travel on her own, he can't necessarily leave her behind, or at least he doesn't want to. And he learns that her name is Tessia Aerolith, and that she wants to be a mage when she's older. And then like one of the slavers, like pet wolves who are set free, like follows him. And Arthur, who's concerned about the wolves, he stays guard just in case. And he's a little annoyed by it because he wants to get back to his parents. And then like he has some pain from like his mana core, like basically like, he deals with a bunch of pain. And then the wolf that's following them, uh, grabs some food for them and takes off. And Arthur not understand what's going on, but Tessia says the wolf was thanking the two of them for setting him and his two friends free. And like Arthur and Tessia find this teleportation portal that takes them to Eleanor, and then like basically Arthur is grabbed by these elven soldiers, and like Tessia's like not showing emotion and just watches it happen. Like it's almost like she doesn't care that he's held captive by these elves, despite him helping her. Now, is that just a ruse to like because she can't show emotion given the fact that he's a human, or she actually like that? I don't know. I haven't read the source material, so I don't know. So I'm not gonna act like I do know when I have no way of knowing. So as far as this episode goes, I thought it was a good episode. I thought the interactions between Arthur and Tessia were funny. They're both small children. I thought it was kind of adorable, like how they interacted, because like Arthur, who like has lived a previous life, has all his memories from his past life, so he knows how he sees like Tessia as like a small child, like because in a way he is like older than her, and so basically like how he acts very mature for his age. Like she basically Tessia acts like a little kid, like she wandered off and got lost, and why she's so like uncaring, who knows? I mean, looks like that a lot of that could be answered next week. And I thought this was a good episode, and I'm interested in how next week's go. Like, how are the elves gonna deal with Arthur? That should be interesting to see. Andor season 2, episodes 1 through 3. So in these 3 episodes, we have like 2 or 3 major plot points. So one is Cassian Andor stealing a TIE Avenger from this Imperial base. He disguised as a test pilot, you know, steals the TIE Avenger, crashes on this planet, and has to deal with this group of rebels that basically they don't have a central leadership because like one, I guess their leader left them, so they deal with that. He deals with that. Eventually, he's able to get back to Bix, you know, and basically Bix is high, like that's like Cassian's like girlfriend, whatever. You know, basically Bix like is like, as some people in the media would say, basically she's illegally on a planet, and Imperial finds her. Well, there's a very this Imperial soldier tries to do very bad things to her, and I've seen some people claim that it was inspired by a scene from the EU where an Imperial officer was trying to do bad stuff to a rebel who was impersonating Imperial officer in the Rebellion comic series, which I have not read that comic, so I can't confirm how similar it is, how similar the events are. I looked up some of it, like what happens. I'm like, okay, there's attempts at seduction, but as far as how similar the events are, I can't say. And so one, we have like the ISB agent from season one who keeps hunting Cassian. Um, gets assigned to Gorman by Director Krennic from Rogue One to collect this resource. And my guess is the resource is connected to Death Star, cause since Krennic's involved. Now, I don't think Krennic's saying that to anyone. Because a plant destroying weapon is kept hush hush. So whether or not this ISB agent knows about the Death Star, I can't say. Because I mean, Andor season one was so forgettable. I forgot probably a decent amount what happened because I just didn't care. Like Star Wars is dead. Like I watched it, forgot a decent amount of it. I was not planning on rewatching it because I just didn't like it. I didn't like Andor season one. Anyway, but I don't think Gorman stuff basically is worthless. Like it has nothing, almost has nothing to do with this. Then there's a third plot point or Mon Mothma's daughter getting married. Seems like I believe it was like an arranged marriage, something like that, which happens amongst nobility a lot. You have arranged marriages to, gain power, like pool resources together. It happens, and Mon Mothma is not happy about the idea of an arranged marriage. It's understandable. I mean, it's better for marriages to be out of love, but I guess Chandrilan society, at least in Disney's canon, wants it to be like arranged marriage. And I'm not an expert on Chandrila as far as their society goes, whether it's in Disney or in the EU or Mon Mothma's. I mean, Bail Organa and Garm Beliblis were the more interesting rebel founders, especially Garm. And so basically, this is it. This entire plot point is mostly just Mon Mothma being sad and like so like Skargard's character, like Luther, like is trying to find Andor and learns that one of Mothma's friends has some money issues that are becoming a problem, so he wants to kill the guy. And so during like the wedding reception, Mothma gets Mon Mothma gets drunk and dances, and that goes on for like however many minutes. Like, uh, so here's my opinion of these three episodes. They could put this as one episode. They could take it out almost all the entire wedding stuff, if not the entire wedding stuff, and just showed like Mothma talking with Luther about trying to find Andor about the mission. Like, I ain't care about the wedding. It was a waste of time. The Gorman stuff could have been completely taken out, and they could just reduce the amount of time on that planet that Andor was stranded on. So, yeah, it was a waste of freaking time. Like, like that's it. That's it for your mission of the year thing. I mean, come on, everyone looked like such a freaking retard. All those rebels on that planet that Andor stranded on, they're all so freaking retarded. Like, I don't understand why, you know, how are they alive? How do they not already kill each other? Like, it was so bad. I thought, Andor's a boring character. He was decent at Rogue One as like the hardened veteran who has to make hard decisions for the rebellion. That was cool. He was cool at Rogue One. But like, oh, they're using them in this. It's like, what the frick? I mean, he's basically kind of pussy now in comparison. And like, Mon Mothma, they're really screwing with the character. I mean, look, Mothma is not a, it's never necessarily been the most military minded person in the world in Star Wars. She's not. Like, that's why she had Akbar helping her. That's why Garmel Iblis was such a major asset during the early rebellion, like those first 2 years in, the EU timeline. Because Bel Iblis was a strong military mind. And Bail Organa was a strong asset because he could balance the two between Mon Mothma, Garm Bel Iblis. Of course, when he died, the rebellion split in two because Bel Iblis hated Mothma, thought she was going to be a second emperor. She thought he thought that she was going to replace the emperor and become an empress eventually. Now, of course, we all know that didn't happen. They eventually made up and became friends again. But, Mothma has never been the military kind of individual. Like, she's very much about, like, she wants peace. She does not like war. She's very hesitant to fight, which is admirable in its own sense. But in Disney's timeline, she's not been shown to be able to make hard decisions when she needs to. And, you know, obviously in this show, it's coming back to bite her. Like, she's shown she can't handle the leadership of rebellion. So I don't know if Akbar, whoever is going to be in this season, or if Gar Beliblis, if they're even going to use Beliblis, or if Bale's going to be involved. I think at least Bale is. But, like, basically, Mon Mothma cannot lead a rebellion by herself. The show is portraying her as a bad leader. I mean, it's not. It's obviously not what Disney's trying to do with her, but it's doing a poor job with the character, with an established original trilogy character. They are portraying her as weak, as someone who can't handle the pressures of leadership. Like, if she can't handle, like, she can't handle being the leader of rebellion as she's portraying this show, she definitely can't handle being a chancellor or chief of state, whatever title they use in Ahsoka. I think they use chancellor because they would have to read because Disney would actually have to understand the EU to know the term chief of state. So yeah, I think Mon Mothma was done dirty. I think Krennic was like the only one who wasn't done dirty, and he was only in like a few minutes. So like Krennic was, you know, Krennic was the best part of the for these 3 episodes, and that's bad if he's basically a side character. That's on Disney. They made a terrible premiere, and it's just looks like it's gonna be season 1, but worse. So I'm not looking forward to next week's. I'll watch next week's episode, but I'm not looking forward to it. So yeah, I did not like these episodes. And that's it. Did y'all like the stuff I reviewed? And if you have your own opinions about all that, you can put all that in the comments. Thank you for watching, and like, subscribe, and all that. And look forward to the next video.